In a world where celebrity relationships often seem as fleeting as the next tabloid headline, there are a few power couples who defy the odds and prove that true love is more than just a fairy tale. One such example is Jeanine Pirro, the outspoken former judge and TV personality who's found lasting happiness in her marriage to her stunning spouse, a relationship that stood the test of time despite the spotlight's glare. Alongside them, we explore other famous couples whose love stories are equally inspiring, showcasing that even in the fast-paced world of fame, deep, enduring love can flourish. These couples not only share the red carpet, but also a bond that's stronger than ever, reminding us that real love doesn't just exist in fairy tales. It thrives in the real world. Get ready to dive into the heartwarming stories of these celebrities who continue to prove that true love is alive and well, no matter the challenges life throws their way. Jesse Watters and Emma DeGiovanni. Fox News political analyst Jesse Bailey Watters is well known for his strong views based on observations from regular people. His personal life parallels his professional life. He's had an incredible successful career as a political pundit. His brilliance and hard work are the USP of programs like The O'Reilly Factor, and the tiny pieces that work big time are the popular Watters World. Despite the fact that his first marriage to Noelle K. Inguaciato did not work out as planned, he's one of the fortunate men who was able to find love and happiness again. After dating Emma DeGiovanni, the executive producer of Watters World, for a time, he felt like he had to wed her. In 2019, the couple took their wedding vows. We hope for a lifetime of love, happiness, and fulfillment for the two lovebirds, since they're really meant to be together. Sean Hannity and Ainsley Earhart. It takes no introduction to be a successful political analyst like Sean Hannity. A household name, Hannity is the host of the popular syndicated radio talk programs The Sean Hannity Show and Hannity on Fox News. Since 1996, he has co-hosted Hannity and Colmes on Fox before Hannity and other shows. He's penned 3 New York Times bestsellers, which undoubtedly contributes to his opulent way of living. Ever since his days as an anchor at UC Santa Barbara, Sean has dedicated a lot of time to honing his craft and never stopping improving. Ainsley Earhart, a co-worker, proved to be his real love. Sean and Earhart are flawless and have been dating for a while. Together with him, Ainsley works for Fox News, and they've been doing so since 2018. We wish the pair a joyful and long-lasting marriage. Tucker Carlson and Susan Andrews. They're among the longest-lasting and most prosperous celebrity couples. As childhood sweethearts, Tucker Carlson and Susan Andrews went on to become husband and wife. The charming couple have been friends since the 9th grade. At first, Carlson was frightened by Andrews' father, who held the position of headmaster at their institution. However, Carlson found the confidence to ask Andrews' father for her hand in marriage before their college graduation. In 1991, the pair was married in an Episcopal church. Both of them pledged, upon getting married, to assume full responsibility for their roles as spouse and parents. Andrews went on to become a supportive housewife and full-time mother. Throughout all of Carlson's troubles, his spouse never wavered. How fortunate their marriage is. Chris Wallace and Lorraine Wallace. Chris became well known for being one of the best political analysts and anchors. He disseminated his via Fox News Sunday. The 72-year-old has received many honors so far. These include the Paul White Lifetime Achievement Award, a Peabody, a DuPont Columbia Silver Baton, and an Emmy. In October 2016, he became the first journalist from Fox News to moderate a presidential debate, and he swiftly rose up in the ranks. He's been associated with Fox since 2003. In addition, he gained notoriety for his interviews with President Vladimir Putin, Donald Trump, and Barack Obama. From his first marriage to Elizabeth Farrell, he had 4 children. Still, the pair broke up. Then, Chris discovered his true love in Lorraine Smothers, Dick Smothers' ex-wife, one of the most well-known writers for the New York Times. Another accomplishment in which the couple is quite proud is their 23-year marriage. Shannon Bream and Sheldon Bream. Journalist Shannon Bream is now employed at Fox News. She was raised in a strict household by her mother and father, a former police officer and Marine, who were both from Florida. Shannon continued on to Liberty University in Tallahassee, Virginia, to pursue a degree in business management. She went on to become Miss Virginia a little later. She gained notoriety after her significant victory in the Miss America competition. She kept studying in the meanwhile, and in 1993 she graduated from Florida State University with a degree in law, passing all examinations. At Liberty University in 1995, Shannon met Shannon Bream, his ideal partner. The two became deeply in love, and their relationship took on a deeper significance before they were married. With 24 years of beautiful marriage under their belt, their tale is a model of an ideal marriage. May the couple be blessed by God. Wolf Blitzer and Lynn Greenfield. According to her claim, Lynn Greenfield is a celebrity. Indeed, she's a well-known florist with a prosperous job. Lynn put a lot of effort into her work and accumulated a substantial sum of money. Later, Greenfield wed Wolf Blitzer, a well-known writer, news anchor, and journalist. A skilled anchor, Blitzer is the host of the well-liked CNN program, The Situation Room. After 46 years of marriage, the couple's love has withstood the test of time. The main factor in their happy marriage is their mutual respect and understanding of one another's professional endeavors. For so many years, the one thing that's kept them together most of all is love, and we expect that it will keep expanding in the next years. The pair is deserving of eternal bliss. Jane Pauley and Gary Trudeau. Since 1972, Jane Pauley, an American television journalist and novelist, has covered news stories. She's the author of several books, including Skywriting, A Life Out of the Blue. Jane felt Gary Trudeau was the one for her the moment she laid eyes on him. She was fortunate to meet the love of her life with little fuss. Yes, her life improved when she met Mr. Right and eventually married him. Pauley and Trudeau have been together for 39 years and counting. They form a lovely pair, yet in today's society, finding your one true love is no easy task. Through a mutual acquaintance, this cute pair first connected in 1975 and haven't looked back. After a 5-year romance, they tied the knot and pledged themselves to a lifetime of bliss. Mark Consuelos and Kelly Ripa. Indeed, this 49-year-old pair is among the cutest we've ever come across. Once their grandchildren come, they'll have a lot to relate about their thrilling love story, which has been as exciting as it gets. In Las Vegas, Consuelos and Ripa were married after eloping. Although there were many favorable and unfavorable comments made about this, the couple's been able to stay together for the last 33 years. Since 1997, the couple has often shared amusing anecdotes about their kids. They've traveled together for many years after first meeting on the sets of All My Children. Their enormous combined net worth, in our opinion, will assist them in selecting the best insurance plans for both their house and their children. What's noteworthy is how they've persevered in the face of many difficulties. Jenna Bush Hager and Henry Hager. Jenna Bush Hager, the daughter of former U.S. President George W. Bush, chose not to enter politics, instead making a name for herself as a journalist, news presenter, and author. She now works as an anchor for NBC, where she hosts the morning program Today with Hoda and Jenna. Hoda Kotb, the fourth hour of Today. 11 years before, Jenna had tied the knot with Henry Hager. The two of them now had 3 children together. It was love at first sight for them when they first crossed paths with one another via mutual acquaintances. He started out working for Jenna's father before going on to get an MBA and starting a full-time job at the international investment business in New York City. The pair's savings has increased dramatically in the last several years. Dylan Dreyer and Brian Fitzgerald. We all like the gorgeous and alluring Dylan Dreyer, don't we? As the weather anchor for NBC News, the meteorologist receives a substantial salary. She appears on a number of programs including MSNBC and Weekend Today. Dylan has been active on this circuit since 2003 and has a great deal of untapped potential. Her endearing grin always makes us smile. Every time it succeeds in making our hearts feel warmer. In 2012, she and Brian were married. The two finally fell in love after meeting for the first time at the WHDH station. Dreyer and Fitzgerald have had some wonderful times with their 2 boys, Ollie and Calvin. They never stop posting gorgeous pictures of their cute little ones on Instagram. The little family seems to be picture perfect together, and we hope that in the days to come they'll continue to have wonderful moments. Matt Lauer and Shayman Abbas. It's been stated that love forgives transgressions. Regarding the situation with Matt Lauer and Shayman Abbas, Nothing could have been more accurate. She was the one who supported him while the former journalist and TV personality was dealing with many harassment claims from former coworkers. The two had known one another for around 15 years. They were just close pals at first, but their friendship soon developed into something more personal and passionate. Recent proceedings have concluded for Lauer's divorce from model Annette Roque. Since being divorced from the latter, Matt has made it known that he and Shannon are seeing one another. Right now, the couple is content with their relationship and is not in a haste to tie the knot. Al Roker and Deborah Roberts. As a weather forecaster, Al Roker has seen great success in his profession. In addition, Roker is a skilled writer and journalist. A large portion of his fortune comes from his position as today's weather anchor on NBC. Roker's name even made it into the Guinness Book of World Records for the record-breaking 34 hours of nonstop reporting. Despite the fact that Roker and Deborah Roberts appear like completely different individuals, they've been married since 1990. The fact that they even work for rival stations serves to emphasize it. As it turns out, they have a good working relationship that's endured for 24 years and will likely last for a few more. They're most likely masters at keeping their personal and work life apart. And everyone has to understand that. If at all, partners make the finest critics. Willie Geist and Christina. The tale of Willie Geist and Christina's love started when they were in 6th grade. Christina remembers their first encounter. They were separated by a room full of students, yet their eyes were solely on one another. They started dating in junior high school, carried on through senior high school, and eventually got married. In 2001, Willie proposed to Christina, and the two later wed in Puerto Rico in 2003. After 16 years of marriage, they now live in New York with their 2 precious children. Naturally, he's a well-known journalist who presents a significant program on MSNBC called Morning Joe. His salary is high enough to support his family. Sunday Today, his other program, co-hosts Willie Geist. With the success of these shows, he's able to provide his family a comfortable and luxurious existence. Michael Strahan and Kayla Quick. Michael Strahan was one of the most accomplished and gifted football players in history until he decided to give up his playing days to pursue a new career as a TV anchor. However, Strahan has had great success with his hosting endeavors, and even if his bank account balance is sufficient, why not increase the wealth, right? The former exotic dancer, Kayla Quick, and the New York Giants player are romantically together. In the end, Strahan made the noble decision to stay with Quick, despite being under fire for his connection with her after several contentious discoveries and speculations. A guy who puts his girlfriend above everyone else, regardless of what others have to say, is admirable. Pat Sajak and Lesley Brown Sajak. As they say, love is fair game. And with the marriage of Pat Sajak and his 30-year wife, Lesley Brown Sajak, who has seemingly struck it lucky, this has come to pass. Given that she was once a model and he a TV star and presenter, the two of them may be a wonderful fit. Both are used to maintaining their public personas. Pat's been described as claiming that, in contrast to other love tales, there were, as she puts it, no sparks at all when they first met. This was short-lived, however, as the prospective pair used the phone to establish a friendship. The cordial acquaintance quickly gave way to a passionate bond. They were married 3 decades ago as a result of this. They had 2 children from their marriage, and their bond is still going strong today. Guy Fieri and Lori Fieri. It's been stated that a man's gut is the best route to his heart. Alternatively, like in the cases of Guy and Lori Fieri, it could be a woman. The two got to know one another while Guy was managing a restaurant in California. They were married for 25 years and had 2 children together. There isn't much information about Lori since she looks to be a quiet, restrained person, unlike Guy, who's loud and flashy. Regarding the fact that they've been married for a considerable amount of time, Guy has joked that the 2 most important factors are adaptability and understanding. The pair is now carrying on their romance, naturally, with food. Lori is her husband's strongest ally, encouraging him in all he does. Nancy McKeon and Mark Andrus. Nancy McKeon is a well-known American actress, best known for playing Jo on The Facts of Life. After dating for 10 years, Nancy McKeon and her husband, Mark Andrus, who's also in the entertainment industry, started their careers as actors and presenters in 2003. Harlow and Aurora are the couple's 2 shared children. Despite having a wonderful relationship and a lovely marriage, they're not big fans of posting about it on social media. When Nancy was partnered with dance expert Val Chemerkovsky for the 28th season of Dancing with the Stars in 2018, it was her big TV moment. For supporters, the news that she's now leading a wonderful, personal, and professional life is fantastic. Alex Guarnaschelli and Michael Castellan. Yes, we're talking about Alex and Michael. Their shared hobbies did, in fact, bring the 2 cooks together, and now there's no going back. Not only is Guarnaschelli a well-known TV personality and New York Times best-selling author, well-known for her philanthropic endeavors and cookbooks, she's worked for several causes as a volunteer. With time, her relationship with boyfriend Michael Castellan has improved, and after Michael proposed to her in 2020, they're now engaged. In 2016, Michael Castellan, star of Guy's Grocery Games, Chopped, and Iron Chef, met Alex Guarnaschelli over dinner with a few of her friends. Castellan, a previous competitor and winner of the Food Network culinary program Chopped, initially owned the eatery. By coincidence, Guarnaschelli met Michael when she wanted to speak with the chef after being very impressed with the restaurant's superb steak. After bonding for a few days, the 2 fell in love. We send this couple our best wishes for happiness and health. Harris Faulkner and Tony Berlin. Faulkner started off her career as a freelancer. After working for LA Weekly, she became a full-time reporter and anchor for a CBS network news station. She's currently well-known on television and among the most skilled journalists. Following their mutual friend introduction, Harris and Tony began dating. They began making their rounds while they were employed, and in 2003, they finally went down the aisle. Clearly, the 2 well-known journalists would not go bankrupt in this lifetime, given their great careers and respectable salaries. Through her hosting of Town Hall America and Outnumbered Overtime, Faulkner firmly cemented her reputation. She's also co-anchored Outnumbered in addition to these. However, Tony has also shown his strength as a public relations specialist by joining Fox News a few years after getting married. Kayleigh McEnany and Sean Gilmartin. Since 2020, Kayleigh McEnany has served as press secretary for President Donald Trump. In addition to serving as Trump's press secretary, she's married to a pitcher for the Tampa Bay Rays, one of the league's professional teams. McEnany is not just the press secretary for Trump, but she's also married and has a daughter. This is all the information you need to know about Sean Gilmartin, the Tampa Bay Rays pitcher and spouse of Kayleigh McEnany. On February 8, 2020, Sean Gilmartin signed a minor league contract with the Tampa Bay Rays. Sean and Kayleigh both encourage each other's professional endeavors, and they'll seize the chance to provide their unwavering support when the time comes. In spite of her hectic schedule, Kayleigh makes it a point to attend Sean's games every time. Juan Williams and Susan DeLise Williams. Juan Williams is one of the most well-liked co-hosts of The Five, having worked for Fox News for a long time. The fact that DeLise and Juan Williams maintain a very solid relationship, even after 40 years of dating, could surprise. It was 1978 when they went down the aisle. Although DeLise tends to shy away from the limelight, she sometimes overcomes her shyness and takes center stage. She also made an appearance on Fox and Friends, where she showed off her amazing cooking abilities. She made a delicious meal of crab legs. Juan is utterly devoted to his spouse and never fails to express his admiration for her. It seems that he's a big fan of her food. The saying, "a man's stomach is the window to his heart," has some validity. Antonio Williams, their successful senior government official's son, oversees the Department of Foreign Relations. The couple's lone son accomplishments make them very proud. Steve Doocy and Kathy Garrity. Steve Doocy doesn't need an introduction if you regularly watch Fox and Friends, the network's well-known morning news show. Steve Doocy, a well-known American pundit and television personality, joined Fox News Channel as a co-host of Fox and Friends in 1996 after earning his degree from the University of Kansas. He received many awards for his services to the television industry. Since his time at WRC, 60-year-old Doocy has been blissfully married to Kathy Garrity for more than 30 years. Kathy, her stunning spouse, used to be a model. Doocy loves his wife so much that he created a book titled The Mr. and Mrs. Happy Handbook just for her. Doocy has amassed a net worth of almost $2 million, allowing him to effortlessly provide his family with an opulent lifestyle. Peter Doocy, their 28-year-old oldest son, has followed in his father's footsteps and is now a correspondent for Fox News. Their grins convey that they have a priceless, happy family, and that their love relationships will only become stronger as they mature. Stuart Varney and Deborah Varney. Stuart Varney has become a household name due to his meteoric rise in popularity as a talk show presenter. His contributions as a political analyst are also acknowledged. However, Varney was also well-liked in San Francisco for his journalism before all this. Varney's life took a dramatic turn in January 2004 when he joined the Fox News business team. Stuart had a healthy $10 million in 2019. His net worth has grown significantly since he makes $50,000 a year. With this amount of money, he can really assure his 6 children of a safe and secure future by promising them a comfortable existence. Deborah, the woman he married in 1993, must be happy and satisfied since they don't have to worry about money problems. I hope the two have a bright future ahead of them. Jimmy Johnson and Rhonda Rookmaker. James William Johnson, sometimes known as Jimmy Johnson, is a well-known American football coach and sports commentator, in addition to being a skilled former player. Johnson has 9 seasons of experience as the National Football League's head coach and at the college level. His expertise was derived from his exceptional coaching abilities throughout his time as a college football national champion and Super Bowl champion for both Miami and the Dallas Cowboys. Without a question, both his professional and personal lives have been very successful. Since 1999, he's been married to Rhonda Rookmaker, an American stylist. Together with his closest friends and family, the two had a private celebration in Florida's Florida Keys. After a grueling 15 years of dating, the pair got married. They undoubtedly have a remarkable bond. Tracey Edmonds and Deion Sanders. Famous for his time spent playing in the NFL and MLB, Deion Sanders now hosts the 21st and Prime podcasts on Barstool Sports. He attended the film's premiere with Hollywood producer and entrepreneur Tracey Edmonds. Despite their lack of conversation during the premiere, Sanders felt a strong attraction to her. The pair began dating shortly after being engaged and has been together for over 10 years. They now reside in Canton, Texas, in their ranch house. Even though their jobs require them to travel throughout the nation, they ultimately return to their hometown to reside there. We're certain they're having the time of their life because of the sharp rise in their respective net worths. Peyton Manning and Ashley Manning. One of the best quarterbacks in American football history is Peyton Manning. The Indianapolis Colts selected the now retired quarterback in the first round of the 1998 NFL Draft. During his 13 seasons with the organization, he helped them to several victories. But his untimely retirement in 2011 was caused by a neck ailment. Because of his obvious potential, he chose to rejoin the Denver Broncos, where he played from 2012 to 2015. Ashley Manning was his better half when they were married in 2001, and ever since then, she's been his ideal companion. She's an expert at juggling work and home life and as an entrepreneur. They're living a nice and contented life, and they also share twins. Jeanine Pirro. The feisty former judge and television personality, Jeanine Pirro, has captivated viewers with her acute legal acumen and scathing remarks. Her connection with Albert Pirro, her ex-husband, has also garnered notice. Due to Albert's legal issues, especially his 2000 tax fraud conviction, the 1975 marriage was stormy and public. After almost 4 decades, Jeanine and Albert separated in 2013 after supporting him throughout the trial. Jeanine has kept her personal life quiet after their breakup, and her marriages and major public relationships are unknown. Her job and conservative media voice seem to be her priority. Chris Collinsworth and Holly Bankepper. Collinsworth played wide receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals and was a very accomplished player before turning into an award-winning sports announcer. Actually, Collinsworth is still included on the Bengals' all-time career catches list, according to the NBC sports group Pressbox. Holly Bankepper, the wife of Chris Collinsworth, was a University of Kentucky cheerleader when they initially got together. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, they both attended the University of Cincinnati College of Law. The pair is still having a wonderful life after walking down the aisle in 1999. Bankepper is currently active in the Cincinnati legal community. When Chris isn't at work, she takes care of everything at home. They're living a wonderful life, and we're certain that they will not need the assistance of a divorce lawyer in the near future. John Albert Elway Jr. and Paige Green. John Elway, the general manager and former quarterback for the Denver Broncos, has a new position inside the team. He served as the Broncos general manager for 10 arduous years, but he stepped down and gave George Patton the reins. However, there is much talk that Elway will assist George, which is fantastic news. Paige Green's marriage to Albert Elway Jr. thrust her into the public eye. She spent several seasons as a cheerleader for the Oakland Raiders before that. She's been a rock of support for her husband's work and other charitable endeavors ever since she married him. After meeting at a golf competition, Elway and Green haven't looked back. After moving to Denver to live with Elway, Green eventually accepted his proposal of marriage in 2008, and they were married. Al Michaels and Linda Ann Stammeton. Throughout his storied career, Al Michaels has been a very successful sports anchor. While his professional life is well known, little is known about his personal life, particularly that of his wife, Ann Stammeton, who has always shown her spouse support. When they were in the 10th grade, Al Michaels got married. The well-known Linda Ann Stammeton is the spouse of seasoned sports anchor Al Michaels. They share 2 kids and have known each other since they were 15. Michaels has an estimated net worth of $30 million, which goes a long way toward helping them live a lavish and happy life. Larry Bird and Dinah Mattingly. While Larry Bird is undoubtedly among the greatest NBA players of all time, not much is known about his better half, Dinah Mattingly, unlike the basketball superstar. At Indiana State University, the two became together. Despite their friendship, they were dating other persons at the time. But in 1989, they discovered that they were destined to be together, and they were married. The couple married in a modest, private ceremony outside of a friend's house. The NBA star wanted a more private, smaller wedding than his previous. He and Dinah exchanged vows in front of a small group of friends, keeping the ceremony as low-key as possible and even dressing in stonewashed denim. Despite having been together for over 40 years, they still enjoy a deep bond. Sean McVay and Veronica Coleman. Sean McVay is beloved by Rams supporters as he guides their team to the Super Bowl. Since taking over as head coach of the LA Rams, McVay has enhanced the team's performance. Young NFL coaches have always looked up to McVay as an inspiration, since he helped to develop a new mentality in the league. His success with the Rams has made the squad a contender in the championship, thanks to the NFL Championship and the NFL Coach of the Year award. After a lengthy 10 years together, McVay and Ukrainian model Veronica Coleman are still together. Their relationship began in 2011. Being McVay's girlfriend, she is among the most stunning, non-player NFL female celebrities. While his fiancé is a budding model, McVay is a young man in his 30s who's enjoying the height of his coaching career. The pair doesn't seem to need a retirement community anytime soon. Rick Harrison and Tawna Harris. As the star of Pawn Stars, Rick Harrison is thrilled to tell his fans the good news. They're also pleased for him because, well, he's in love. If the most recent selfie is any indication, he seems happy. Tawna Harris is the stunning lady in the photo, and she has insanely good design sense. Rick seems to share Tawna's passion for antiques and historical sites. What's not to enjoy, given how much the two have in common? Honestly, none that come to me. It's hoped that they're considering taking their relationship further. In the next years, we'll definitely have another glamorous wedding to look forward to. Wentworth Miller and Luke McFarlane. The majority of people are aware of Wentworth Miller. It goes without saying that his wages would only rise over the following several years for someone who's had already shown his acting skill and aptitude in a number of TV drama series. Prison Break was the factor that made Miller's remain in this field. However, he began his career as a screenwriter with Stoker before that. He has made large professional investments after the psychological thriller, which have only paid out well. Miller's been advised to wed Luke, his partner, despite the fact that he's been mostly in the press due to his relationships ending in tragedy. But whether or not they'll remain together is unknown. Miller's 48, is involved in charity endeavors, so we can only hope that McFarlane would support and encourage him in a similar manner. Caitlan Collins and Will Douglas. Caitlan and Will are among the most talked about couples in the United States. Since 2015, the couple's been together nonstop and may soon tie the knot. This comes after rumors circulated that the pair had just acquired gorgeous engagement rings. The pair started using Instagram in 2015 to often show off how much they like one another. Even Caitlan, who attracted a lot of attention, wished her lover, Douglas, a happy birthday. The mystique surrounding their impending wedding is at an all-time high now that they've gone low-key. After working as a White House journalist, Caitlan joined CNN as a political analyst. She's a well-respected journalist who has performed to the best of her abilities. In addition, Will has achieved success as a politician, chemist, and businessman. We hope the pair has a prosperous future. Lesley Warren and Ron Taft. After almost 21 years of marriage, Lesley Warren and her husband Ron Taft have accomplished a lot together. In 1965, the actress played the well-known part of Cinderella. She also appeared in a few additional musicals in the 1970s and 1980s, including Miss Scarlet, which was also a huge success. Warren's first spouse was John Peters, and Ron her second. Ron is most known for his roles in a number of well-known movies, including Future Force, Crime Killer, and The Incredible Hulk. Lesley, his wife, is also in her second marriage, having failed in her first. At a hair shop, Ron and Warren had first connected. Strange as it may seem, the major reason they got married was because they fell in love right away. Both of them have faced many difficulties since their year 2000 wedding, and it's wonderful that they've remained faithful to one another. Sidney Poitier and Joanna Shimkus. In Hollywood, Sidney Poitier is a legend. He starred in a number of groundbreaking movies such as No Way Out. He was among the first black performers to get an Oscar in 1963 for the movie Lilies of the Field. But the movie The Lost Man was the one that turned his career around. It had a profound effect on him both emotionally and professionally. This is due to the fact that he met Joanna Shimkus, his future wife, while filming this. A rarity in Hollywood, they've been together for more than 40 years. Actress Joanna Shimkus is another. She's appeared in a number of movies such as Time for Loving, Boom, Zeta, and All About Loving. In 2018, she had a cameo in the movie The Force. Two of the couple's daughters have also pursued careers in acting, proving that families that perform together remain together. If you've watched the video till here, that means you've enjoyed the video. Subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications bell icon